Hey there. Today I wanted to talk about how having my fibroids and then making the decision to heal naturally and also use the support of a myomectomy surgery gave me space to forgive myself for the choices that I made in terms of allowing stress to rise to such a level that they amplified what was already in my womb, what I inherited from my woman line, the different women in my family that had fibroids, and the fact that them having fibroids and their trauma, their racial and gender trauma, and the life that they experienced, and anything else that they may have been traumatized by or hurt by, the limitations that were placed on them because they were indigenous women, women of African descent in America, all of those things that they took in, and the sacrifices that they made, the things that they were not able to do because of who they showed up as. All of that they carried in their bodies, that energy that I inherited, the forgiveness for what they endured, what they chose, and how some of those choices were passed on to me. I really learned and continue to learn because of that fibroid experience, the importance and the sacredness of self-forgiveness and forgiving those that came before me for any choices that they made that passed on to me. Some things we controlled, some things we did not, but just forgiving life. All of that has helped me wake up to the importance and to practice a regular part. Well, what's the best way to make self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others a regular part of my self-care practice. Having 3 fibroids removed the size of oranges 20 years ago awakened me to what can happen when we hold on to things in our body and we're not aware or able to, or we just don't know how, or we don't want to. But all of that, when we don't forgive ourselves, or we judge ourselves, we blame ourselves for choices that we've made, choices that other people have made that impacted our lives, when we don't do that forgiveness work, it blocks our energy and it stops us from living whole. And so a part of the healing process for me, and continues to be in my practice of taking care of myself, is forgiveness. And I wanted to share today a forgiveness prayer that has evolved over time in how I manage taking care of myself with forgiveness. And so I start by saying and I speak in we, so you might want to say I say we because of my connection to spirit, to my angels, my loving, wise, and well ancestors, my spirit guides, my master teachers, my Orisha, and my loved ones and the keepers of the Akashic record. As you can see, I have quite a bit, so I say we. You can say I, whatever works for you. I say we forgive ourselves for anything that we have believed, felt, thought, said, or done that has hurt us, others. We forgive life. No, wait a minute. So let me start again. We forgive ourselves for anything that we have believed, felt, thought, said, or done that has hurt us and others. Part 2, we forgive ourselves for placing requirements on life Part 3, we forgive life for not meeting our requirements. Part 4, we forgive others for anything that they have believed, felt, thought, said, or done that has hurt us, themselves, and others. Now, let me say this. You may not be in a place of being able to forgive. Know that I have had to work towards getting to these statements, and that I continue to do that, especially when it's stuff that I'm stuck on in my own practice and in forgiving others. So you might say, I am willing, or we are willing to forgive, and then fill in the blank. You may need to say, we are willing to be willing to forgive, or I am willing to be willing to forgive. You may need to stick. I know there have been times where I've had to say, I am willing to be willing to be willing to be willing to forgive. Sometimes it's just that deep. But you get what I'm saying. So the final piece of the forgiveness is part 5, which is we are forgiven, or I am forgiven. Life is forgiven. They are forgiven, meaning the others. And we are all forgiven. So that's a piece of my practice that I wanted to share that has been born out of my journey with fibroids. All of it is in the name of self-care. Now, I wanted to tell you that there is something powerful happening this week. It's the summer solstice, and it happens on June 21st. It is a beautiful time in the universe where we get to pause and look at where we've been for the last 6 months. It's a great time to begin a self-forgiveness practice or a forgiveness practice for others. It's a great time to set intentions. We just had the new moon in Gemini, so you may want to set intentions for who you want to be and what you want to do in the next 6 months, the remaining 6 months of the year. It's a great time to practice self-celebration, to look at your wins for the last 6 months. You get it. If you are interested, I want to invite you to do all of that with me, including meditation, during the Soft as Fuck Sunday session on June 25th from 2 to 3 p.m. at Key Kratom CBDT, 1517 U Street, Northwest in D.C. Go to anandaleek.com/soft to register. The investment is $23 like the year 2023. If you are not able to join us, know that I will be posting online this week some information about an online experience that you can do just that during the Thriving Mindfully Academy's Mindful Self-Care class on June 26th from 8 to 8:45 p.m. So look out for that information. I will be posting. And have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you if you're in DC at the Soft as Fuck Sunday session. Take care. And as always, may we continue to embrace thriving mindfully in everything that we think, feel, say, and do. Okay, I got to get going. It's about to rain in DC, and I got to get to the grocery store. Bye.